Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Andrew right here. Wanted to bring y'all another Division video. As many of y'all know, 1.6, yeah, 1.6 is vastly approaching. And as I sit here looking over the horizon, pondering everything that 1.5 has brought us, um, there's one thing or one build really that I haven't focused on that um, I guess you could say is king all break all build of 1.5, and there's been a big reason why I haven't focused on it for obvious reasons. Many other people have already brought you their versions, and I mean, as many of you know, because many of you are running it, it's just the ultimate meta at the moment. And the build, of course, I'm talking about is Alphabridge. Let me go ahead and pull back a little bit so my UI doesn't bug out there, so we get those beautiful views in the background. Anyways, guys, wanted to bring y'all my I guess you can say kill all be all Alphabridge build here. Something that I never really worked towards, something I really didn't plan on showing or talking about too much, just because, like I said, for obvious reasons, everyone already knows about it, everyone's running with it. But as I just said, as 1.6 is vastly approaching around the corner, I felt it pretty necessary to pay homage to the most overpowered build in 1.5. So without further ado, guys, here we go. Jumping right into it. This is my version, my reiteration of the Alphabridge build. And of course, we are going to be running with my, I guess you could say, infamous Lovesty at this point. Use it pretty much every single build that I have at the moment that requires a good assault rifle. But anyways, guys, running Unforgiving, Deadly, and Destructive on this, as well as on my FAMAS. I'm running Brutal, Responsive, and Uncomplicated. Now that I think about it, definitely want to re-roll Brutal at the moment to probably get some Swift on there. I've just been low on Phoenix credits at the moment. Unfortunately, I re-rolled it a bunch of times, but Brutal is obviously still a very good talent to have. But yeah, responsible for that close quarters damage. Uncomplicated, of course, is the also lovely talent that made this build so overpowered to begin with. Damage is increased by 15%. Accuracy and stability mods reduce this bonus, so I have 0 accuracy or stability mods, so I'm getting that full 50% bonus there. Destructive, for obvious reasons, want to have that armor shredding, deadly, critical hit damage, and of course Unforgiving. Would have preferred Vicious there instead of Deadly, but like I always say, you guys gotta work with what you got. Gotta make the best of everything here. And moving on to my sidearm, just because I do not have Competent for my main weapons, and I do have Competent for my sidearm, so I do use this in combination with it, so just thought I'd pay a little bit of respect there. With that 337.5% stagger. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Anyways, running with the Alphabridge chest. We'll go ahead and give you all the main layout. Of course, 3 stand pieces, 2 firearm pieces, just for that even flow there. Running the Alphabridge chest here with armor, exotic damage zones, and ammo capacity. Got a very good health roll on here. Really love this chest piece. Wouldn't really change a thing about it, to be honest. Exotic damage resilience is amazing, and I have it on my mask as well, so it helps out a whole lot with those one-shot secret builds and explorers, and as well grenades and such. And of course, for my mask, guys, moving into the tactical mask. This is my refreshed with a health roll on it. All healing is improved by 30% when in the last health segment. I am not using a specialized backpack for this build, if y'all may have noticed. So this is basically another must-have. If you're not running a specialized backpack, you should definitely be running the refreshed mask. All that healing is improved by 30%. And let me tell you, when your skill power is at 80,000, excuse me, guys, 80,000 skill power, you definitely need as much help as you can get. Running exotic damage resilience on this, so it synergizes very well with my chest piece, and of course, enemy armor damage. Moving on to the knee pads, running Alphabridge knee pads, of course. Health roll, 1237 armor, enemy armor damage, bleed resistance, and disrupt resistance. Love these knee pads as well, very good knee pads. Was gonna plan on throwing some of these short bow knee pads in there just because these are pretty much god roll short bow knee pads here. Have my high end build in the works, guys. Just looking for those MC skull gloves. Anyone who wants to partner up and do some name boss farming or anything like that, send me a message in the chat, guys, and I'll try and get with y'all. Excuse me, man. Got something in my throat here. No, well, anyways, guys, moving on to my Alphabridge backpack here. Got extremely lucky with this backpack. As many of y'all know, it's probably the most difficult item to get that's not rolled electronics. Every single Alphabridge backpack is always rolled electronics. I was lucky enough to get one that already had armor and ammo capacity, but it was electronics, so I just went ahead and changed my roll from the electronics to firearms there, and it worked out perfectly. Allowed me to add some more versatility to the build and not have to rely on the specialized so much there. And of course, running my Savage gloves. Need that extra critical hit chance out of cover, assault rifle damage, and critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. Assault rifle damage could be higher, but I'm already at such a high point of re-rolling that I haven't got a chance to do it again since it's so expensive. And of course, my pretty good Alphabridge holster here, guys, running 650 armor. We just go over the main talents here for this set: 100% health regen bonus, 5% weapon damage, and of course, creme de la creme set for bonus. If your primary and secondary weapon is of the same category, they both gain all of the unique active talents. And there she is. Go ahead and move on to the weapon damage aspect here. If it will let me. There we go. Alright. As you can see, I'm doing 21,100 damage, guys, which is around the sweet spot. You want to be 21 to 22. Or I could say, if you can get it up there, is a very good spot to be. It leaves you very good room to still build up your toughness, and at the same time, you're still doing a lot of weapon damage. Would like my critical hit chance to be higher, but I sacrificed a little bit of that just to have some of that exotic damage zones, because I said those sticky, those secret mines and those grenades are definitely rampant in the Dark Zone 1.5. Headshot damage, of course. Moving on towards the enemy armor damage, 52.5%. That could always be a little bit higher, but 50% is the cutoff you want to be at, guys. What I always say, anyways. And of course, looking at survivability, max health, looking at 200,000. I've always said that 200,000 is my cutoff, and as you can see, I just barely made that here. Excuse me. And moving on to armor, of course, I got very lucky, rocking a very decent 54.43% armor roll here. Usually with most people, you're running around 53 to 55%. 55, of course, that top tier, so like I said, I'm right there knocking on that door. And that's pretty much all she wrote, guys. As far as ability goes, y'all already know, running the Conceal for the Dark Zone, and of course that boosts your shot for the extra damage, and of course extra damage resilience. Let's get into these talents. Although, I mean, it's already pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go into it anyways. Journaling, of course, for that extra heal bonus. This added with my refresh mask, because I pretty much get full health whenever I pop a med kit, about 3/4 anyways. And of course, critical save here, guys. I mean, this is all staple stuff here. If you don't know about this stuff, it's definitely a must-have, a must run in Dark Zone. But using medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. And of course, strike back. Many people like using one is none. I'm not a really huge fan of it, especially because on console, which is what I play, shooting for headshots and such is a lot riskier and a lot harder to do, especially with a weapon like the level C with such high recoil, with no stability, no accuracy mods. So for me, most of the time, I'm not really hitting the head. And especially for PvP as well, it's not a very, very efficient talent. It's more PvE oriented. So my go-to instead of that is, of course, strike back. Of course, when you're in those tough situations and low health and you're getting, 3v1, 2v1, whatever, having that low health and that extra 20% cooldown speed is just to die for, guys. And of course, on the move, killing a hostile while moving reduces incoming damage by a fantastic 30%. And all of this stuff bundled up together creates this right here. What I believe to be one of the, obviously, of course, the most overpowered builds. Maybe not this exact reiteration of it, but it's a very, very strong version and a very fun version to run with. Apologize, I got something stuck. Stuck there, but yeah, it's like I said, this is something that I really haven't been focusing on my channel. I haven't really created a build video for this Alphabridge, and like I said, for good reason. There's so many versions out there, and so many videos already. But like I said, with 1.6 around the corner, I thought it'd be respectful to pay homage to the most overpowered build in the game, and this is my version of such, guys. So really hope y'all enjoyed the video, guys. Gonna be having some DZ footage of this going up soon. I have some DZ footage of my Striker gameplay up right now. I have some more being uploaded at the moment as well. Just kind of showing that off, having some fun. Going to be uploading a lot of DZ stuff, maybe some win-fail moments as 1.6 is vastly approaching. Still no release date on that yet. Looking for 28th of February. Really can't wait for that. But like I said, until then, guys, y'all take it easy, stay tuned, and this is Andrew Ray, and Andrew Ray out.